So you're wondering what Northeast Portland is all about, what it's like to be and to live in Northeast Portland? Well, this video is gonna be all about the 5 best places in Northeast Portland to live and be. So stay tuned. All right, so let's get into it. You wanna know what it's like to live in or be in the Northeast Portland area? Well, there's 5 iconic spots that you have to know. All right, so right before we get to the Northeast neighborhood, we just literally got across the Broadway Bridge and it lands you right into the Lloyd District. So we're on the back side of the Moda Center, the Convention Center. So that's right where the Trailblazers play, and there's tons of stuff going on right here in the Lloyd. But now we're gonna head to the Northeast section. And let's talk about like the main 5 neighborhoods that we're gonna go see today.
Yeah, we're gonna see Irvington, which is one of my favorite historical neighborhoods in Northeast Portland. We're gonna talk about Alameda. We're gonna talk about Grant Park, Beaumont, Wilshire.
There's one more.
One more. The number 1, Alberta Arts District, baby.
Alberta Arts, and we got a full video on that one, but we're still gonna go in there for you today.
Oh, absolutely. That's also another one of my favorite communities. Not for the homes, but for the artwork and the creative community and culture over in that part of town.
Woo! Let's go. All right, we're right on Northeast 14th Ave and Broadway. That's where the sign is. Now we're gonna head into Irvington from the Lloyd District, but we had to get a cool shot of this sign here. All right, so we're walking in a really, really popular part of the Irvington District on Knott Street. So where we were just at, closer to the Lloyd District is where, all your shops and restaurants and bars, coffee shops, they're all on the southern edge of the Irvington District, where the northern end of the Irvington District, you're gonna see a ton of houses and living. So then you're surrounded on the east and west side of Irvington by 2 huge parks. But in the center is why that's a loud ass truck. See, and that's the one thing about Irvington, you have really wide streets, so even big trucks came through there, but people love how wide the streets are, and instead of the neighborhoods that have really tiny streets, especially when people park on the side, it's tough to get through. But Irvington is literally like the American dream, since you have those 2 giant parks on either side, all the restaurants, shops, bars, and you're really, really close to all transportation and routes as well. You're close to I-5, 84, the Max is right in the Lloyd District, so literally all of your different types of... Something just fell on my arm. And behind me, you gotta see this house. I mean, this is what you're seeing. Old, turn-of-the-century style, giant homes, 100+ years old, but completely remodeled and redone. And then you have the greenest lawns and ancient old growth trees. This neighborhood is just killer. But I gotta show you this house. I literally could just walk all day and show you some of the coolest and most interesting houses in the entire Portland metro, but I'll show you just a couple more really awesome ones. Look at how pretty that is. That's amazing. All right, because we're in Portland. It's supposed to be 75 and sunny today. Of course, a little rain cloud hits, so I'm hiding underneath this. This house is killer. You can just imagine looking at this house, multiple generations of family living in one giant house back then out of necessity, and now, someone gets to live in that beautiful house. Let's go look at this one. I absolutely love it down here. Just some of the most unique, gorgeous, giant houses. Not one of them is the same. And the school district around here are really good too. So if you got kids, the schools are really, really good around here. A lot of the houses around here, as you see, they're big. The houses probably range anywhere from the upper 500,000s up into the millions. So it's a little more expensive to live here, but as for older neighborhoods, you're gonna get twice the house, good schools, parks, shops, everything you need. You're right down the road from transportation, I-5, I-84. So it's really just centered really well to commuting. Plus, you know, if you like to just walk, to play and eat, you have everything you need. All right, so number 2 where we're headed right now, and actually we're in Alameda. Now it's right down the street from, you know, the Irvington District. So these northeast neighborhoods, they're all really close to each other, touching each other. So right now we're on Fremont Street. This is another really cool area. It's a lot like Irvington, but it's a lot more affordable as well. You're still gonna find some, you know, expensive homes, but you'll also find some homes that are a little more affordable. And then yet you're still basically walking distance from the Irvington area. But Alameda is really cool and has a ton to do here as well. Look at this beautiful tree behind me. And this school, Alameda School, it's an elementary school, is one of the top rated elementary schools, you know, in this northeast area and in Portland. But it's really cool. It's almost 100 years old. We're gonna show you all the shops and stuff that you can walk to right here too. We're right on the corner of Fremont, again on Fremont, but 15th Ave. Where are we going now?
We're gonna go head over to Alberta Arts District.
Oh, another one of my faves. Let's go.
Oh yeah, baby.
While we're driving, I gotta show you some more houses. Now, as you can see, oh, I gotta get you out to see this, but you know, it's April, we're in full bloom. These trees are just unbelievable, and we couldn't go any farther without showing you some of these. All right, so we're headed to Alberta real quick, but Jesse knows this area like the back of his hand. He's got to tell us a little something.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the Sabin neighborhood, and really this is going to be an area where you can get some super affordable housing. It's going to be a little bit tighter neighborhoods. The homes aren't going to be massive. They're going to be very livable. You're going to see some 2 beds, 1 bath, or 3 beds, 1 bath, full basements. All the homes over here do have basements. And what a lot of people are doing over here as well is they're putting ADUs, alternative dwelling units, on the properties and turning them into rentals or selling them as a second form of income. So you can take a little peek outside. So we just found an amazing example of what it looks like from a house that has a driveway in the back to a shed. Probably was a parking pad at one point, but this neighbor turned their parking pad into an ADU, which they're probably using for Airbnb or long-term rental potential. So it's definitely something that you're seeing a lot in this area because land is so expensive and it's so tight down here. Anything that you can do to put an ADU in, people are definitely doing it.
Yeah, dude, tell us about like, it looks like they're doing a ton of like brand new modern style houses. So why are they doing that?
So the reason that this area is really hot is there's a lot of tear downs, and they can tear those houses down and do a lot of infills with new construction. Some of the other areas around this area are protected, so you can't do that.
Gotcha. This is one you can though. So good investment opportunity in this area.
Absolutely, yeah. And there's a lot of new construction going on. Obviously, we need more affordable living around here. And some people just like the comfort of a new home. They don't have to do any maintenance. You can just move right in, have your home warranties in place,
yep,
and live freely for the next few years.
And just enjoy your neighborhood.
Absolutely.
All right, so I got an entire video on the Alberta Arts where we go super into depth. I'm still gonna show you some today, but if you wanna see more of exactly what the Alberta Arts is, go check out that video. But we're right at the start of Alberta Arts. There's about 20 blocks of the Alberta Arts District, and it's gonna be full of eclectic shops, local artists and art, and tons of restaurants and shops and bars. And it went through a process of gentrification, so everything is kind of redone and remodeled. But that bus right there, the grilled cheese grill, was a bus that's turned into a food cart. You're gonna find pockets of these little food carts all over around here too, and it's some of the best food you'll find. Get your food and come sit in the bus. Awesome. A little short for a tall guy like me though. Oh my gosh. So just leaving the school bus and Jesse spotted this. It's a tiny house hotel. But we didn't want to pay for the tour, so I'm just gonna lift you up over the fence. Ready? Hey, you got a free look. You're welcome. All right, we're gonna take you into the heart of the Alberta now.
Let's go. houses, they got it.
They got it. All right, we're going down the heart of Alberta. One thing that is one of the most iconic things in the entire Portland Metro, last Thursdays, it actually starts here in a month, they'll shut down like 13 blocks of the Alberta District. And it is plumb full of some very unique, let's just say some people watching, but there's a ton of just, you know, your local art, local wood crafts, a ton of stuff for sale. If you ever come to Portland during like the spring, summer months, you have to come to the Alberta Arts last Thursdays. The Alberta Arts District, one of the most walkable cities in the Portland Metro. That's what people really, really like around here. What is it like to live in the Alberta Arts District? You're gonna find a lot of commonalities in all of these northeast neighborhoods. This one though, as you can see, kind of has a little bit more narrow streets and people, woo! That guy almost killed me. Anyways, my heart is racing. The streets are a little more narrow, but there's living right off this block. So the main street right behind me, that's the Alberta Arts District. And then you live a block or 2 or 5 down, and you're gonna find a lot of older style homes. They're a little tighter living than, Irvington. You're gonna have the old big yards. You're gonna be a lot tighter here, but you get a lot more here. You get a lot more of the shops and restaurants, and it's just a fun area to be. All right, Alberta Arts is too cool not to get a bunch of good footage, so we're finally getting out of here and we're gonna go to the Beaumont-Wilshire area next. All right, so now we are in kind of the quiet, peaceful neighborhoods of the Beaumont-Wilshire area. Now, actually, Northeast Fremont Street separates these two, with Willshire being to the north and Beaumont being to the south of Fremont. Now the two have come together and they've actually called it the Beaumont-Wilshire, and now it's all under one kind of common name, the Beaumont-Wilshire neighborhood. So on the south side of Fremont, you're gonna find early 1900s homes, bungalows and Tudors, where you get across Fremont and you're gonna start seeing classics of 1950s. So you kind of have two different style of homes, but again, this is a very, very highly walkable city. Fremont Street, being the main, is gonna be full of shops and bars. I'm literally 1 block off of Fremont, and you're in this really quiet neighborhood. And then you look, right there's a new taco shop that just opened. I heard it's incredible, but that's the main street. So if you live in these little neighborhoods, you can walk right down there. And even the Hollywood District's not even too far from here. So these are really cool neighborhoods, highly desirable, great schools. They rank as an A, and just looking up the median home price, it's right around $500,000. So you can start finding some homes down in the upper $300,000-400,000, as well as all the way up, into the $1 million range. So we'll go hit Fremont Street and show you some of the shops and restaurants, just how cool it is on that street. Okay, just hopped out. We're on Fremont Street. As you can tell, there is a ton of walking opportunity. Restaurants, bars, shops, again, there's a lot of commonalities, like I've said, but this is another really highly desirable area where you can walk to a ton of stuff. And then you can actually afford, a little cheaper living around here than the Irvington areas per se. But there's a ton to do in this area. It's really clean, nice, ton of fun. There's one place you gotta go when you come here though, the Beaumont Market. It is like ceiling to floor of just all random stuff. You can get your food, groceries, get craft beers. Let's just go in there. All right, we're in. They're cutting fresh vegetables right there. I see beer. So that's definitely one thing in Portland. You find lots and lots and lots of good beer. We did an incredible video actually about John's Market. It's one of the largest bottle shops in the United States. We actually got to interview him, so you can check that one out. But look at this. I mean, you can get hundreds, if not thousands, of different beers in here, and all the wine out there you saw as well. So really awesome area. All right, so now we're actually headed towards that Hollywood District I talked about a little bit ago, and we're going to
Grant Park. And the great thing about Grant Park, same with Willshire Beaumont, is it's part of the Grant High School District, which is one of the best high schools in Northeast Portland. And believe it or not, they're fully remodeling it, so it's going to be brand new to this upcoming year's seniors.
Woo-wee! All right, so let's go check it out. So we just came down the hill. We're coming into Grant Park. Up top, we left the Beaumont-Wilshire area, which Beaumont actually means top of mountain, and that's what early designers in the early 1900s wanted to kind of emphasized was it was up on a big, beautiful, you know, bluff mountain. So that's kind of where the name came from, which was pretty cool. But now we're coming right into Grant Park. But this is super clean, very nice. All right, we're coming up on the high school right here. Ulysses Grant High School. As you can see, Jesse said they're completely remodeling this, so it's already one of the best schools. Now it's gonna be better. I would say this Grant area, you know, it's kind of got a mix of the wider streets, really green ancient trees, beautiful, beautiful landscaping, very quiet and peaceful, and of course, you know, the school there. So I'm going to show you what makes this neighborhood just so desirable. Grant Park. If you have a house that surrounds Grant Park, you know, like these houses behind me, they're some of the most highly desired homes that there is. It's like living on the water. So the home values here always increase. It's a great spot to buy, invest. The park here is actually on the back side of the high school where we showed you. If you live right here next to the park, you can walk to all the schools. There's an elementary school, high school, everything is right here. You're not gonna find the shops and bars like a lot of the other cities we talked about. This park for families, kids, and the schools are top notch. That's what makes this one of the greatest and most desirable places to live in Portland. So let's check out this park. I mean, you can see these old growth trees behind me, ginormous. They must go in the air over 100, 150 feet. And it is an absolutely beautiful day here in Grant Park. There he is again. He's back. All right, so again, this is Jackson Wilkey with the Real Agent Now Group, my partner Jesse Dow. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and click the bell so you get the notifications. We're doing videos like this constantly. Make sure you check out our channel and all the different videos we've done if you haven't yet. It explains exactly what it's like to live in the Portland metro area, the cost of living, and all the top neighborhoods. Anything you need. If there's an area you've been researching and you haven't seen it yet, you can give us a call, text message, email, however you want to get a hold of us. We'll go into that area and we'll shoot a video on it. And if you're relocating here or moving here to Portland and you need help finding that perfect location to live, reach out to us. We'll take care of you and find you your dream neighborhood that fits your lifestyle. Until next time, thank you for watching this and subscribe to our channel.